Yeah! Boing, boing. Hello. Game Time Audible in the building. It's your boy E Beezy. I'm chilling in the living room tonight. You see what I'm saying? I got it flashy like that there. And then
Man, I'll be
in his living room is young Hugh Lee, also known as the sports guru. You know why we're here, y'all. We ready to talk some sports with y'all. Y'all know how we do on Wednesday. So check this out. We're gonna do the show a little different tonight. Here's the thing. I got these listings, right? All type of stuff that we can talk about. Here's the thing. The man with the power tonight is the sports guru himself. I'm gonna put the topic out there. If you want to talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. If you kind of want to talk about it, we'll see what we could do. If he don't want to talk about it, he ain't gonna be too happy. And if he ain't too happy, he gonna clown out, okay? So that's what that's about, all right? Now some of y'all gonna chime in as well. Y'all gonna put in the comments what y'all want to talk about. If sports guru with it, we'll talk about it. If he ain't with it, he gonna clown you too. So be ready. Be ready. That's how we doing this tonight.
yes, sir.
One last rule, Hugh. 10 minutes. 10-minute time limit. No longer than 10 minutes on any of these subjects. You go past 10 minutes, I'm going to clown you. How about that?
I'm good with it.
All right, so that's how it's going to work tonight, y'all. So when we come back, after y'all, of course, get y'all water, get your chips, your dip, it's Cinco de Mayo. So
Iced tea.
you know, all that good stuff. Happy Cinco de Mayo to y'all, by the way. I ain't getting no tacos this year, but it's all good.
Man.
It's a pandemic. I couldn't go where I wanted to go. But anyway, when we get back, we're going to talk to sports. We're going to get it in. And y'all going to come on with us and y'all get it in with us. So this is Game Time Audible. Like I said, my name Eric Buck E. Beasley. We've been doing this for months now. Y'all know what it is. You know that dude, the sports guru, Hugh Lee.
Yes, sir. I know it in the flesh, baby.
You know who he is. And these other folks in the Nighthawk Network, y'all know who some of them is too. Oh, y'all done forgot?
Introduction.
Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Nighthawk Network presents Pastor Sean Love. Pastor Sean Love, devoted father and husband, a residing pastor at the River Rouge Bible Assembly in River Rouge, Michigan. Join him as he gives us messages from God's Word, Bible study, and encouragement. You can find him on YouTube under Sean Love.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Behind the Blue Curtain, Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Unscripted talk on police reform and race relations.
And now, Behind the Blue Curtain's law enforcement liaison, retired 32-year Chicago police veteran, homicide detective, former commander, sergeant, grant writer, lecturer, and adjunct professor, Joseph J. Mosley.
Behind the Blue Curtain's minister of common sense, former 12-year Fort Worth police officer, educator, voice of reason, and unapologetic practitioner of sound judgment, the young scholar, LaRonda Young.
Behind the Blue Curtain's co-host, fact checker, and investigative journalist Isidoro Rodriguez.
The views and or opinions expressed here on Game Time Audible is that of the host and or guests, and does not necessarily reflect those of the Nighthawk Network or its affiliates. Viewer and listening discretion is advised. What up, y'all? Welcome back. It's Game Time Audible. You know what it is. Your boy E Beezy in the building with my man, the sports guru, Hugh Lee in the house. We talking sports tonight. We talking all types of sports and players and people. And some of them are on this list right here behind me. We're gonna get into, and some of them gonna come from y'all in the comments. So if y'all got some people in sports and whatnot you want to talk about, it's on Hugh. If you want to talk about it, we will. If he don't, he won't. And if he's really upset about what we done brought up, he about to clown, okay? I'm telling you now. I already told. Come with the wrong stuff, he gonna be like, what up and what up and what up. Okay? So that being said, here we go.
Let's get this started.
Okay. Question one, my friend. The draft was this weekend. Who was your favorite late round pick in the draft and why?
Man, my man's Chipper Hubbard, man. A lot of people sleep on that dude, man. A lot of people don't watch their games neither, Oklahoma State, man. But that kid from Canada, he got speed, man. He might not be the biggest, but yeah, he's an aggressive runner, man. He remind me of, I can say, I'm gonna go back a little old school. Natron Means with the body of a 215 pounder, man. He's not really that big, but man, he got the strength and he got a lot of speed, man. That kid's excited to watch. Was surprised he went that late. I didn't even know he was coming out. So yeah, when I saw Chuba Hubbard's name, I said that was a good pickup, man.
I disagree. I do think he is a good pick, but he actually reminds me more of Edgerrin James back in the day for the Colts. He got that same type of build. Not too small, but not too big, but quick like that.
That's still a good compliment, though.
Deceptively elusive, that type of back. I definitely think he is a good pickup. Late round pick that I like that dude out of Michigan, Nico Collins. I think he's gonna be a pretty good receiver in the league. He's underrated because keep in mind he didn't have the best people throwing it to him. But
not at all.
When he was on. He made some spectacular catches at Michigan. And you know, some games he basically put him on his back. He had 8-10 catch games when you could get him the ball. The problem was they wasn't getting him the ball enough. So I think people are gonna be surprised at how good that dude is. All right, not bad. That was pretty
Definitely like that boy Peoples Jones, man. When I see him, I said, damn, he let it on Cleveland, man. He let it in a good spot, man. And you seen his name flash across Cleveland a few plays, man. And he was hot spotting a few games. Not most times, because they got hella talent over there. But I think as soon as OBJ got injured, that's when all the other people step up, man. Big ups to Peoples Jones.
Right. Don't be surprised if he plays well enough that they actually do start considering trading him Landry next season. I think one of them is going to, depending on how well their season go.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that being said, all right, we went there. Next. Okay. Steve Nash. Is he a good coach or he just got a good team?
Man, he just got a good team, man. I think he's a good player, and they probably respect him. But as far as a coach, I think he all right. I don't think he's the greatest coach, though. You know, people used to dog Doc Rivers because of the teams he had. He did have a hell of a team with Boston. He had a good team with the Clippers. Hell, he got a good team with the 76ers. But look how good the 76ers playing, man. They drinking that dude's Kool-Aid, man. So, yeah, you know, Doc was hot, Nash not.
Here's the thing. I was really hoping Nash would be more like Steve Kerr as a coach, basically a player's coach, but gave an understanding that, okay, I know some superstars here in the building. I want to make sure that y'all get y'all love, but in the same token, we're a team, and we're trying to win like a team. It seemed like Steve Nash is throwing the balls out there. Y'all do what y'all do, man. I'm going to sit here in the cut. Let me know how it happened.
You kind of let your boy Kyrie do whatever he wants to, too, man.
You know what that means. Coach V is in the building. What up, Coach V? What's goody, man? Thanks for checking out the show. We appreciate you, bro. Absolutely.
Peace and love.
You know, Coach V out there. You want to open up the VIP line for it?
Hey, man, you know I'm cool with that, man. It's always a pleasure to have Coach V on the line.
All right, Coach V, there it is. You know the number. You want to call on in for a minute? Be our guest. In the meanwhile, we're going to keep it going. All right, next question. Blake Griffin, New Jersey Net. You want to see that dude get a ring or not?
Nah, man, I don't want to talk about that bum.
You feel like that about
Next.
he told y'all. He ain't talking about he clowning. Man, I do want to see Blake get a ring. Just not this year, dog. It can't be that easy for him.
No, but them dudes not at the height did the Pistons.
The French Open about to start in a couple weeks. You care?
Yeah, definitely interested, man. See what's gonna happen. I know it's that time of year, man. I want to see what's gonna go on, man. It's always good to see like the French Open, man. That gets started, and then all the other sports world just explode, man. You get the NBA starting to get close to the playoffs too, so it's gonna be a lot of interesting sports, man.
See, my thing is I like the French Open out of the four majors because hold on. Audible.
Uh-oh.
Look who's here. It's my man, Coach B. Coach B.
What's up? What's up?
What up, man? You on?
What's up?
What's up, Big U?
Hey, what's up, man? Coach B?
Man, I just heard you just downrate Blake Griffin, man. Why you do that, man?
That dude after he did what he did to the Pistons, man. All of a sudden now he lead. This fool can jump. He can grab rebounds. He can fly out the gym again. Before, he was always complaining about minor injuries and back pains and back spasms like he needed backiotomy. And all of a sudden, he the old Blake Griffin of the alley-oop squad, what they used to call them over there, man. The alley-oop squad over there with the Clippers, man.
He's saying he's soft, bro.
I agree with you so much on that. I think he out of place with the New Jersey Nets, man.
Man, he only joined New Jersey because he want a ring, dog. He ring spotting.
They all jockeying for that ring now, man. You either going to the LA Clippers, Lakers, or you going to the Nets.
I think to be honest with you, I think he should stay because Detroit got that's just my opinion.
I just think he didn't want to be in a rebuild mode. And what's so funny about that is and a promise that the Nets can get a ring. They may or may not. They might be in contentions, but you never know, man.
Okay, yeah. Well, we got you on the line right quick, Coach B. What did you think of the NFL draft?
Man, I loved it, man. And I still stick to my guns. I still think that Trey Lance and Justin Fields was the two best quarterbacks. Could have went 1 and 2.
Interesting. So you think Chicago did a good thing trading up to get Fields?
Yeah.
Do you see him starting in week 1?
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but it could happen. You know what I'm saying? Because Justin Fields let me turn this down. Justin Fields is a competitor. You know what I'm saying? And he showed that throughout his years at that sorry ass university.
Yeah, we ain't got to go there.
No.
I'm serious though. He improved it even more doing FCS playoffs.
Okay. All right.
I'm saying? Trey Lance, he didn't get no TV time, but just look at him, man. He a stud, man.
Like I said, I mean, the little bit I've seen him play, he reminded me a lot of Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
That he got a little bit of Cam Newton in him too.
Also, agreed.
Yeah.
Definitely with his running skills and his power.
Huh?
Yeah, I definitely think so with his running skills and his power, man. That's a strong dude.
He is, man, and he got an arm. His accuracy is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? He got everything. Now, Trevor Lawrence, he was at a good university. He's a damn good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. He's a damn good quarterback, but I think they chose him as the what's they call, like Larry Bird.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Not to put a racial thing on.
Yeah, but yeah, I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing: he got that type of talent, and you got Urban Meyer calling the plays. It's kind of hard to see him not succeeding. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And Urban Meyer even said he's been looking at him for years.
Exactly. You know that's the only reason I think Urban took that particular job because he knew he was going to have the number one pick and was going to pick Trevor Lawrence.
Smart of Urban.
Yeah, but again, NFL, the college is not NFL. It's a whole different level now.
All right.
The speed is different.
All right, we ain't gonna hold you too long, Coach V. But right quick, how's the new job going?
Oh man, and let me tell you something. These young fellas that I'm coaching, they never played a lick of football in their life. You hear me? And not only am I helping them to get better, they're helping me get better as a coach and a teacher of the game of football. So
awesome.
both hand in hand.
All right.
I'm really enjoying it, man. I really am, man.
That's good. Like I said, I've been meaning to get in touch with you, Coach V, to talk. We'll definitely kick it. You know, like I said, we're going on hiatus after this week, so we'll definitely have some time to talk and kick it about what's going on.
No doubt, man. No doubt. I appreciate y'all letting me out.
Absolutely, bro. You know, you know what it is.
As always, Big Easy and Big U. I love y'all show, man. Man, keep it going, man.
All right, you got it. Love you, Coach V. All right, now. All right, y'all. That is one of the Nighthawk Network favorites right there, Coach V. So, you know, we got to let him get it in when he can get it in. We appreciate you, brother, for calling. But, yeah, okay. Back to what we're talking about here, people. Yeah, NFL, since we here. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is a crybaby, man. I'm starting to get tired of that, man. Everybody want to call this dude the GOAT. I don't care what nobody's saying. Get at me.
He the MVP of the league. You gonna call him out like that, bro?
Yes, like that little boy said on social media. If you got a problem with what I'm saying, pull up on that. Get at me.
He dating Hollywood actresses out here, bro.
That's why I think he's such a diva, man. How many Super Bowls that fool won? One. I feel like that's going to put him over the top, and you always have him in discussions. But his attitude, man, he's starting to act more like a diva, man. He's starting to act like these wide receivers out here. I think it all started when Jordan Love got drafted. He was feeling some kind of way. He was in his feelings. They finally got him a wide receiver, which round, like in the third, fourth round this year. So I don't think he's really too happy, man. No disrespect, to Valdez-Scantling or none of them, man. I think Devontae Adams is by far the best receiver they have. And what's the other kid name? The tight end, Mercedes Lewis. But other than that, no disrespect to Valdez-Scantling or Aquemini or St. Brown, but those guys ain't what it is, man. Well, you could have easily went out. You could have got you a number one wide receiver. And then, no disrespect to their pick in the draft. I think their cornerback's a stud, but come on, man. I understand you trying to get more plays and, get more opportunities to Aaron Rodgers, but why would you do that when this guy's looking for y'all? Y'all under the radar right now. He like, I want to see what they're going to do and how the draft's going to be. Then after he seen the draft, what'd he say? I would not play if the GM's still here. I'd rather sit out a year and retire. Okay. I would not come back to Green Bay.
Speaking of that, y'all know Terry Bradshaw. Y'all know that guy. He came out and spoke out on Aaron Rodgers. You seen what he had to say. What did you think of that, Hugh?
I loved it, man, because he was a competitor. He old school. These new school guys, man, when it comes to these new school guys, they losing their mind, man. And I understand that they didn't have and they put Aaron Rodgers in the best position. But like you said, he was the MVP last year with the team he had. But when it was time to make plays, them guys couldn't make plays, man. Bar none. Hey, to be honest with you, it could have been them in the Super Bowl if he had enough talent on that team on the offensive side, but he didn't. What you gonna worry about? You're gonna have to try to give the ball to Aaron Jones. They're gonna double team Aaron Jones. They're not gonna let Devontae Adams get open. Who else you got to throw to? No disrespect to Mercedes Lewis, but he is not no threat like that. maybe back in his prime when he was with the Jaguars, but he threw them years away. So yeah, I just don't really see, and I understand Aaron Rodgers and his frustration, but now all of a sudden you want to come out in the open and you want to be a diva about things. I think it was more or less he hid it. And then when it leaked out after the whole Jordan Love thing, it really got out of hand this year because he said he was pleased with it. But yeah, my man Terry Bradshaw called him soft, man. And I have to agree.
Keep in mind, I think part of it is Aaron Rodgers been listening to his own hype for years now. One of the most staunch supporters of Aaron Rodgers is that dude on ESPN, Stephen A. Smith. He's a bad man. We've been hearing him say that for years about Aaron Rodgers. He loved that dude. So that being said, he a Hollywood quarterback. It's a few of them out there, the Tom Brady's and whatnot, that outside of the game, they got a lot of popularity. People speak on them a lot. People always want to talk to him. He thinks himself as that type of quarterback. Also, remember how he got here. Remember how it all went down back in the day.
Oh, yeah, it was
future Hall of Famer, one of the best of all time. And then suddenly you draft this kid out of California. Brett knew what it was. He wasn't happy. Them two didn't necessarily get along when they was on the team together. Brett treated him some type of way, and he felt some type of way. And what happened? One day, it wasn't that Brett was not able to play no more. They just decided, you know what? The young kid, I like what we see in practice. You on your way out anyway. Go ahead and retire. And Brett was like, y'all, I'm still going to play. And you know what happened next? I think it's the same thing years later. He see how they did Brett. Now they doing him that way. So his problem with the citizens of Green Bay, his problems with the Packer organization, because he don't like how they move. And that is why he feels the way he feels about it. And I ain't mad at him for that. Damn Terry Bradshaw. Yeah, Terry, you got 4 Super Bowl rings. Yeah, you a Hall of Famer, but damn it, I'm one too. And I done made more money, and my women a lot hotter than yours. So how about that? I think you tell it.
That fool whole team Hall of Famers.
I think Terry jealous of that dude, baby. Aaron, if you thinking I ain't gonna do it because I just go ahead and host Jeopardy, no sir. No sir. You suck. You suck at Jeopardy host. You suck. Boring as piss. No. That is not the future move.
Play football, young man.
Right. And if you have to go in the booth and do that, I ain't too much feeling that either for you, bro.
You heard about him talking about he was intrigued with the Raiders job. Like, damn, man, your boy already went through enough, man. Derek Carr went through so much, man, when he, had to hear that Tom Brady, and they was interested in getting him then. Now all of a sudden, and Rodgers breathing down his back. Damn, when my man's Carr gonna get a break? Seriously.
Is if Derek Carr don't win no Super Bowl this year, they might be going to get rid of him because he been going through this the whole time he been in Oakland. Even the year when he damn near won the MVP. It's sad. Let us move on.
Yes, sir.
All right. Look, man. Here's the thing. I want to know the college team that you love to hate. We already know if it's me and Coach V, it's Ohio State. We can't stand them bastards. What about you, man?
Yeah, I'm a Ohio State hater myself. I like some of the talent they have. That's why I believe I hate more than anything. But you know me, man. Definitely feel like that's one of my teams. They definitely the number one on my list. And I don't like Duke neither, man. We always had that beef.
That's what I was waiting on, man. I was waiting for you to come with that one.
I hate Duke. I'm a Tar Heel fan.
You know that famous quote, Duke is on TV more than Leave It to Beaver reruns?
I get tired of it for
on TV because they always getting the creme de la creme, the number one recruits and whatnot. They always seem to get them damn pretty boys and the little players you love to hate.
I hated them since Christian Laettner, Grant Hill, and all them dudes. What happened to all them dudes when they got in the league too, man? The injury.
Cherokee Park. Remember that bum? Remember him?
Hey, that was a blast from the past, and he was straight up ass.
Speaking of Duke, since we on the subject of Duke players, former Duke players, let's talk about one Kyrie Irving. Why he ain't talking to the press? Who you think he is, you?
Hey man, I think since he did converted to Islam, man, he done kind of changed everything, man. He trying to do that Mahmoud Rayouf. I think he needs to slow his roll, man. Already know how he got blackballed already, man. Mahmoud Rayouf. And what was the young dude, man, with the shooting guard from Chicago, man? Greg Hodges, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
they better open their mouth, man. He better do something, man, because I think once they start to get uncomfortable with him and his activist ways, man, they just gonna shove him to the side, man, and it's gonna be like he gonna be a mystery, and we're gonna have him on a milk carton one day, like where the hell is Kyrie Irving, man? So yeah, he needs to slow his roll right now because the NBA, man, that's all they need is more black leaders stepping up, man, because it's predominantly black. They don't really too much care for the LeBron James, and when he come out and he make his presence known, yeah, I just think Kyrie don't have that type of pub. So I love Kyrie, talented player, but I just don't think he's on that LeBron level. I
I
just
think
think he.
Kyrie think he's good as LeBron. I honestly think he do in all things. That's why Kyrie do some of the stuff he do because he think he got it like that.
And they let him get away with it.
You do not. You better talk to the press. I'd rather and talk to the press the way my mans used to do it. What's going on?
Oh, my God.
So how do you feel about that? I'm just here because I don't want to get fined. At the same time, they're gonna leave you alone, man. They ain't gonna want to talk to you.
And it seemed like Marshawn was such a cool dude off camera, man. And when he was just, you get to chill and hang with him. He just seemed like a cool cat. It was just, he didn't want to be bothered with that, melee and all that crap in between, man. He just wanted to do his job and go home. So, yeah.
I'd much rather him go that route. I mean, in the end, man, you was Uncle Drew, bruh. Don't act like you ain't Hollywood and you ain't with it. You know you like them talking. You just don't like some of the questions they ask you.
He got the charisma, man.
You lost out on 50 G's because you don't want to talk to the press. That's stupid, bro.
They're going to hate me. I'm going to be like, y'all got any more questions? I'm going to follow them around with the towel. If I can make 50 G's, show me the money.
I'd much rather you go to Greg Popovich route and just get them the salty ass answers. So after a while, they just leave you alone. Don't just not talk, bro. You're making a bad situation worse doing that. And in the end, y'all lose this year in the finals. They're going to blame you.
Oh, you know it. You know he gonna be the scapegoat.
Being a bad teammate.
We already know he got that in the past with the whole Boston Celtics situation. That was an ugly divorce.
Exactly. But okay, here we go. One of the best teams in baseball right now, Boston Red Sox. What you think?
Man, they shocked the hell out of me, man. They gave away Andrew Benintendi to KC. I know because loving that man said because Kansas City ain't doing so bad. They actually balling. But I just still feel like a lot of the talent that they gave up, I didn't think that they'll be in a position they're in. But I don't know what it is about the Boston Red Sox, man. You notice every year they'll get rid of players, some of the most talented players, the Mookie Betts and now Andrew Benintendi, and they still just seem like they be the cream of the crop, man. I don't know. I'm just looking at it right now. Like, is it going to explode once it start getting warmer and the Yankees get the hitters and everybody start getting healthy? But it don't seem like that's going to be the case, man. It seems like
when we start addressing certain things in regards to certain teams in baseball, I feel like Boston has an unfair advantage, and that they play in that little punk park. Now, granted, it's a wonderful park. One day, damn Fenway Park, y'all know the damn ball fly out that bitch, especially once it get warmer. That boy get the exploding up out the doggone stadium, even with that doggone big monster. Okay, and in the end, if you got some teams that can hit halfway decent, you gonna make out good in Boston. Same with New York with that short porch and right and whatnot. They basically say it looked like college stadiums bigger than some of the places that stadium in terms of the outfield. So yeah, it's like they cheating because they got the small ass ballpark. They got to be said. And then of course the Yankees, they extra cheap because on top of that, then you got these two monstrous ass individuals that being Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge, and you put them at bat, and hell, they just breathe on the ball. That bitch going 350 feet.
Them dudes unfair, man. Them some juggernauts, man. I'm surprised they ain't juicing. They so big, and when they hit the ball, man, they don't even got to hit it with a lot of effort, man. It's gone, man.
Them two dudes could be the next WWE Tag Team Champions. They big as fuck.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that being said, I think Boston, they got that unfair advantage. As long as they got some hitting in the park, they're going to do well. So we want to talk baseball, huh? Let's talk about the Detroit Tigers. What do you think about that?
Hell yeah. Glad you mentioned that. And you see, it was like a mild hell yeah. It wasn't like a hell yeah. It's like a hell yeah. I want to talk about these damn bums. Get rid of the whole team. Get rid of AJ Hinch.
Hey,
Get rid of,
wait, you hold on. That's
rid of
our
the
team. You gonna play it like that?
man, just get a new expansion. To get a Detroit expansion team, man. What's their record right now? 8-23?
8-23. The worst record in all of it.
We try to bring up our pitching talent, man. Those dudes ain't doing nothing either, man. You know, I remember at one point H2 was saying, well, Baltimore ain't doing good neither. They won game under 500. Just got a perfect hitter today.
A no-hit game. Only run by one wild pitch. Right now, I know that brother's happy, but in the same token, I'd be kicking myself.
He had a
pitch messed up my perfect game. A wild pitch.
But and he balled out today too.
That's 4 no-hitters or perfect games already this season. And it's only 5th. That's crazy, you.
Hey. They said the first no-hitter in over 30 years too, man. And the first complete game no-hitter since 1969 with Jim Palmer. So yeah, man, that's a lot of history in one game, man. But like you said, that one wild pitch cost that man from having a perfect game. I'd rather have the perfect game, honestly.
Right. And speaking of history, let's move on. Next subject. We was talking tennis earlier, right? We got the French Open going on. You know somebody that's going to be there playing. This lady right here.
Oh, loving that pitch, E. That's what I'm talking about. That pick is amazing.
Oh, yeah. So that being said, she's not winning the French Open. I said it. Do you agree?
100% agree, man. I just feel like right now she's there and she's trying to still prove something to herself, but that juice is starting to finally leave, man. I don't know how long it's going to be, but when she starts to look in the mirror, she's going to start to say, I don't got nothing else really to prove. Time for me to move on. I got a kid. I got a husband. Let me just go ahead and enjoy the rest of my life because tennis is not where it's at for me right now. There's too many people right now I feel like can outplay her and outperform her at any time. So, yeah, I just feel like go out on top, man. You don't want to be like Michael Jordan playing with the Washington Wizards.
Do y'all understand what we're looking at in regards to Miss Serena Williams? She has been a professional tennis player since the age of 14, people. She is damn near 40 years old now. 25 plus years of tennis excellence. Without question, she is the best female tennis player of all time, even if the record does not reflect that at this point. Her being behind Margaret Court. But that being said, she is the GOAT. I damn near want to say she's the best tennis player of all time, period. And or female.
Can't argue that.
That being said, I don't think she's done, but yeah, it's time to start having that discussion. Also, keep in mind, her older sister, the soon to be 41-year-old Venus Williams, still playing, also will be at the French Open. Also will not win French Open. But that being said, I say they both got one more good year. Which one do you want to see win one more time? Venus or Serena?
Surprisingly, I would go with Venus, man, because we already seen so much excellence from Serena, man. I just want to see Venus do it one more time because ever since Serena came aboard and once she finally beat her sister, she just moved on, man. And it was like now Venus been an afterthought, man. I would like for her to make one last hurrah before she finally retire because that'll be more of shocker and a good way to go out. Because, like you said, man, Serena don't got nothing else to prove. We'll see what Venus still have up in the tank.
If Venus Williams wins one of these Grand Slam tournaments this year and then announces after winning it that she retired, that would be one of the best sports stories of this decade, without question. That would be so awesome. I would love to see that, especially if it was the U.S. Open, because that being the last Grand Slam of the season, if she was to win that tournament and then basically put the mic down at that point, Mamba out, that would be the most awesome thing I think any of us have seen in quite some time as far as sports go.
You had to respect her retirement too, because it's like, why not retire on top, man? I don't want to retire when I'm like at the worst, and anybody and everybody could just, muscle through me or make it look like I'm light work. I want to go out while I still have a little something left.
Right. And again, are we giving people their flowers while they're here? Do you not understand that this young lady, Serena, and Venus Williams, between the two of them, they have made over $100 million playing tennis?
That's an excellent story, man. 100 million. I can even imagine having that type of money, man.
2 kids born in Saginaw, Michigan, grew up in Compton, making that type of money playing tennis. Who would have ever thought it?
They kids gonna always have money. So yeah, that's a good story, man.
Another interesting fact, since we throwing out interesting facts, do you realize if you won all 4 majors, that being a female tennis player, if you won all 4 majors this year, you would make from winning all 4 majors alone over $10 million?
That's interesting, man. Hell, I'd like to win that. Hell, give me 1 million and I'd be satisfied.
Not to mention the fact that we are in an Olympic year, so of course tennis will be in the Olympics as well. And if they were to win a gold medal, I'd be even happy with that.
Oh, absolutely, man. Definitely would like to see that. They'll represent our country, United States, man. Who wouldn't be happy with that, man? That's an honor for them to go and pull off the medal for the country.
Absolutely. So, okay, let's keep it going. We talking sports. I found out something very interesting. You familiar with this young lady, correct?
Yes.
That would be the ATP Player of the Year in college basketball, one Paige Beckers. Do you know she recently had ankle surgery? And reports that basically she played most of this season, the season in which she had the numbers that she was injured through most of it.
Just imagine if she was healthy, man. They already call her the Steph Curry of women college basketball. So I couldn't even imagine.
So she played that way, hurt most of the season. Imagine what next year could be like if she's fully healthy.
I can't even imagine.
With that coach.
That's scary to me.
You can't mess around and go undefeated next year. Remember, they only lost 2 games. One during the season, of course, when they lost in the semifinals. They may mess around and have another undefeated season next year. Because remember, they got the number 1 recruiting class in the country coming in with the number 1 player in the country coming in that class. It could get ugly.
Yeah, I would like to see that, man.
So, yeah, Paige, heal up. Because I know when you come back, you about to put it on.
She got a lot to prove, man. So, she going to have that chip on her shoulder.
Absolutely. Okay, we talking basketball. Let's go here. Are you aware that the WNBA preseason started tonight? Do you care?
You know what? I didn't even know, man, but I would definitely like to see that, man. That season starts so fast and you don't even pay attention to it most times, man. I feel like the draft was good for the women, man. It was pretty cool to see a lot of them fine, sisters and just fine women, period, getting their calling and going to the WNBA after, such great college careers. And, I would definitely like to see that. I think that's something that I would really be interested in. I would definitely tune in to see some of the new faces too.
Okay, so here's the thing, Hugh. I kind of like how the WNBA is set up. Think about it. You basically have college basketball season over. Basically, less than 7 days after the season is over, they have the draft. Pretty much about 30 days after that, they got training camp. A week or so later, they got preseason. Next week, they start the season. Would you like to see the NBA be that way?
I would definitely like that, man, because I feel like they just go together and so smoothly, man. We be doing the draft when they do the draft, they do it so late in the NBA, man. And yeah, the season still be going on, but it's like most times people don't really keep their focus on that. We're focusing on the season. You might see some of your favorite players or guys get drafted or put on the team that you would like to see, but I don't really think it really reflects as much. Like you said, I would rather see the season over with, like college, then have the draft and the NBA starts right back up then, right there. I think that'll be good for them, man, because it's getting to the point where they're getting too commercial, man. It's too many divas, there's too much stuff going on in the NBA to start to make it a little lackluster, man. It's not how it used to be. I think those guys are even softer than what we was talking about with Aaron Rodgers. They just need to pick up the pace, man. They need that hardcore. Where's that hardcore, gritty basketball that we was used to in the '80s and mid '90s, man? That's all in the past now, man. Hell, definitely when you want to take the center position away and just have what the hell they call it, a hybrid forward. What the hell is that, man? A hybrid power forward. Come on, man. Y'all trying to take away from the history of the game when y'all take away that center position, man. What's really going on, E?
Basically, as you know, particularly in women's college basketball, more times than not, when they announce the lineups, they basically announce three forwards and two guards, or three guards and two forwards. They don't even announce the center no more. I think both the men and the women's game is going to basically positionless basketball. You got everybody that's going to be able to bring up the ball, everybody can shoot the three, everybody that's supposed to be defending, but nobody under the rim grabbing rebounds or shit. I'm not trying to see that. That's
No.
basketball I'm not trying to see. I'm not trying to play that type of basketball. That would not be fun to play, let alone watch. I hope at some point we get back to more traditional basketball where they pass
Agree.
the post and let the center get some love and all of that.
I don't even think they really had dudes that really had post games like that no more, man. You
Very,
know, no disrespect to Joel Embiid, man. What the hell is y'all 7 footers doing shooting all these threes, man? You don't want to get over there in the post, man, where you can dominate, man. We had the center stayed under there in the post, a dunk in your face, grab rebounds. We did all the dirty work, man. Now center's not even the forces. You got a smaller dude like Draymond Green who got all the moxie, not taking none away because he's a smaller dude, but he has the mindset of the old school centers, man. A lot of these dudes don't have no moxie no more, man.
all
And I
right.
think it started with the Tim Duncans.
Okay. So speaking of basketball, let's go here. Zion Williamson. Is he as good as you thought he would be?
Damn, he the second year league was incredible, man. He was already decent. I was just disappointed because I feel like I don't know if it was from the pandemic or just him being a little overweight that he just couldn't play in the games, and I get upset like at the end of games when it was crucial that he didn't play those valuable minutes. But now this year, man, he's playing all the minutes. He's grabbing, man. You know what? He remind me of the old school centers the way he played too, man. That guy got a hell of a perimeter game. He'd take you in the post. He'd dunk on you. He got that quick release and he got that quick first step, man. Yeah, man. I didn't think I knew he was good, but I didn't think his second year league was gonna be that good. I love seeing him, Alonzo Ball, and the Pelicans play, man. That's a good team over there, man. People are slipping on the Pelicans. Don't look at their record. Look at the Brandon Ingrams and the guys they have over there, not really including Eric Bledsoe, man. I think he's a train wreck wherever he go, but that's a good little team. That's a nice core over there.
Here's the thing. One, him and the Pelicans in general, surprisingly better on defense than I would think you would think. Alonzo Ball, even Zion, they pretty good defenders, actually. That being said, the other night, I watched them play the Warriors, Steph Curry. Let's talk about Steph Curry for a minute. At one point in the game, they had Zion checking Steph Curry. And Steph was lighting his ass up from long range, taking him to the rim. It was crazy.
That's
Steph
a cheat.
Curry is your MVP right now, as far as I'm concerned. Because some nights Steph wake up and it's like, I know I ain't got that much help, but I don't care. I got this.
The team mediocre.
Off.
And I feel so bad for them. They couldn't get none of the big men, but you know, they was going all up for the gusto, man. And I think they looked at it too like, hey, man, Golden State, y'all had y'all chance where y'all had Kevin Durant, man. Now we want to go somewhere. We don't want to be contributing to your victory. We want to go somewhere where we can say we were a part of this pillar or the foundation that helped them win, a la the Nets, the Clippers, or either the Lakers, which they already have a foundation in place. So,
all right, Hugh. Not only is Steph Curry leading the league in scoring, obviously, he actually has hit 300 3-pointers this season.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That this is not going to be a full season.
That's
It's going to
crazy.
be a 30-game season. And keep in mind, in the history of basketball, there have been 5 300-pointers hit in a season by a player. 4 of them is Steph Curry.
That's insane, man.
Keep in mind, he's been hurt on and off for the last 2-3 years. If he had been completely healthy in all of those seasons, we'd probably be talking about him already in like the top 15 all-time leading scorer. It's nuts. And then you watch him play, the range in which he is shooting, it's like he's getting farther back every year and hitting it. And it ain't no bounce off the rim or kind of it's
all nest. Just floppy.
Look at that guy. He don't look all strong and strappy, but clearly it's some strength in them arms. He hitting it from 30, 40 feet consistently. This shit is crazy.
Man, I thought one time, man, I might have been lying, man. I don't know. I mean, we need to do the research on this. I thought I seen him hit it from the other person 3-point line, man. Like I think I seen him pull up from somebody else's 3-point line before. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to do the research on that, man. But his range is hell of a man, and I think that just him, just period. Of course, we know he's the best shooter of all time, man. But just to see what he's doing too, he's making history, man. Just think about if he had some type of offensive help, man.
Think about if Klay Thompson was healthy this year.
Oh yeah,
in the mix right now, most definitely.
I agree. Because I'm not trying to take nothing from Andrew Wiggins or Ken Bazemore, but come on, man, let's be serious, bro.
They just there, bro. They just there. They just collecting checks. When all said and done, Wiggins, he just stole about 100.
They crumb snatchers.
Exactly. But okay, y'all. So here it is. We almost halfway through the show. How's it going so far? You like this concept?
Yeah, I do, man. I'm just surprised a lot of people ain't chiming in when I'm dissing some of their favorite players. It's going to continue.
Like I said, we ain't had no comments or whatnot. Everything's working correctly, though. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and take a time. I'll get the commercial break. See where some of y'all is. Perhaps we're going to try to hit you up and speak and whatnot. See what's going on with you. But in the meanwhile, this is GameTime Audible. I am your boy E-Buck, giving the questions. That is you giving the answers. This is me giving the answers. And it's going pretty good right now. But you know what's missing? Y'all. We want to hear more from y'all. Y'all got to sit on the subject. If y'all like or if y'all like, will y'all shut the hell up? We want to know something from you. So hopefully when we get back, we'll hear from some of y'all. It can't just be Coach V. Somebody else watching the show. I know they is. GameTime Audible. We'll be back. Have you been scrolling Facebook and looking for that quick sports fix? Want a quick peek of what's going on in the latest sports news? Check out Pure to the Game Sports Blog with the sports guru, QD Lee. He'll get you together. Check it out. Follow it on Facebook. Make sure you like it.
Hey, bitches.
And now, once again, from the iconic city of Baltimore, we bring you season 2 of Helena Hologram. Hey, bitches, let's talk about it.
Who said that you can win? And who said it's too late to try again? 'Cause if you're breathing, and that's your cue, God's not through using you. I choose life. I choose life. I choose life. I choose life. Get back up again and dream. Fight for your destiny. I choose life. I choose life. 'Cause life comes with so many changes. At times it feels like you're never gonna win. But hold your head, look to the sky. My God will never leave your side. Oh, I choose life. I choose life. I choose life. I choose life. Get back up again and dream.
All right, y'all, we are back. GameTime Audible. I am your boy, Big Easy Beezy, and that is the sports guru, Hugh Lee. We are back, ready to do the show and get it in. Look who done checked in there, my man, Hugh Lee. All right, it's the H2 Demon Room. What's going on, H2? H2 checking into the show, seeing what's going on. As you know, if you've been here since the beginning, you would know anyway. We are doing random topics in terms of the sports. He was deciding whether we're going to talk about them or not. If he don't like it, he's going to clown out. If you do like it, we're going to talk about it. If it's so-so, he'll say as much and we'll go from there. So here's who he is. Okay, so H2 is in the room. Let's talk about a couple things H2 would like to talk about. First of all, my friend, let's talk about the Olympics. You know they're about to jump off in July. You know it's going to be a humdinger there in Tokyo, even though, as you know, the Japanese do not want any of us there because they don't want COVID nowhere around, and they feel like us Americans is just COVID ridden along with everybody else in the world. But nonetheless, because their government is the way they is, they ain't got no say so. You come, you don't, you don't. But we have the Olympics, whatever. Here's the thing, Hugh. We know the Olympics have some very interesting and great sports that we only see the scene when the Olympics is on. My question is, what Olympic sport would you like to see be a major sport later on down the line, where people will actually get paid like some of these athletes get paid in football, baseball, basketball?
MMA, man.
MMA? Why MMA, Hugh?
Not all that crazy UFC stuff. I love UFC. I love to see people get knocked out, but just a little bit more to the point where the violence is a little bit more contained and it's more of an execution game versus, I can catch you with one right and you're gone. Just kind of more, just a little bit more watered down, man. I would like to see that though, man, because I don't know, man. It's like I don't disrespect the boxing in that, man, but mixed martial arts been really taking it to another level, man. And I would like to see that as a sport in the Olympics, man.
Look at this.
Just a little bit more watered down.
Don't clown out on me. I know where you both live. You sure do. And bigger than you too, H2. How about that? Let's talk about them ID today. Explain, H2. Don't understand. We'll wait for that. Meanwhile, yeah, me myself, I would like to see track and field be the big money sport. And here's why. Think about it. You got the 100-yard dash. Now, it's already a pretty interesting race in and of itself. But imagine if the winner get $1 million if they win.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty good.
And imagine it go down like that maybe once a month. That the winner get $1 million, second place get 500,000, so on and so forth. And then the big race, like the national race of the year, the winner gets some ridiculous money like 5 million, 10 million. Imagine how entertaining them races would be.
Man, you'll see teams who usually don't pull up like that, like Poland and stuff, will be trying to, anticipate. Man, I think that'll be actually pretty interesting. And, winner takes all, man. Who wouldn't want that, man? And that'll get them so much more motivation. You already know these some of the fastest people in the world, but just imagine with that type of money on the line, that'll give you a lot more inspiration to go out there and just.
The relay races was a certain way. Okay, the first round, the winner gets 5 G's, and then the second round, and then the final round, you get 100,000, 25K a piece for each person on the relay race team.
Man,
that would make some interesting ass races. And then also, let me add this to the mix to make it even more interesting. Like in between races, they talk to the racers, and you can say what you want to say. So in other words, you come with some Randy Macho Man type shit, like, man, that nigga gonna be eating my smoke, cuz. We the money team. We get it in.
Getting villains into track and field, man. Who wouldn't like that, man?
And think about it. You got these racers making this $1 million money. Think about some of the shoes they're gonna come out with. You remember Usain Bolt had the gold shoes. Imagine some of the outlandish gear they're gonna come out with, and they making millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be wild. They already outlandish and they just over the top, man. I would like to see that, man. It would make so much more entertaining, man. It would be almost like bringing wrestling into track and field. It'll be so big.
The marathon winner won $1 million for winning the marathon. That would make it real. Oh yeah, you already know. Look at it. He said, Bolt would be a villain. He sure the hell would.
Oh, absolutely, the biggest villain,
no doubt.
He was downright arrogant when he just turn around and then start, backpedaling on you. Come on, man.
And
then be one with him making the type of money.
Would make that more interesting to people. But then, of course, college track and field will be interesting because, again, if you're making that type of money, then guess what? You're going to have a track and field draft. You see what I'm saying?
Man, that'll take the stakes up. Man, I'd take that to so much higher levels, man.
Right.
They're really good, man. I would like to see that myself now, man.
And not to mention, I don't only want the men to get paid. I want the women to get paid, too. That would make that interesting.
You got to make it to the point where they both get paid. You can't half-ass that.
Man, if I had the cachet to make it happen, I would, H2. That would be very interesting. Okay, hold on. H2, she just going off. The Baltimore Orioles. Want to talk about that?
Hell yeah, man. We touched on it earlier, man, but damn, to see how good they've been playing. They took the Yankees to the limit. They beat the Red Sox again this year, and they beat Seattle Mariners, man, with a 6-0, blank today, man, with the guy having a perfect game, John Means, man. I just feel like they've been on a whole nother level. Everybody was counting him out after like a sluggish year last season, man, but now they looking at him as a legit ace over there, man, and it seems like they starting to get it together over there, man. I'm not sure. I can't say yet because it's still early. Hey, what's going on, Amy?
Hey,
but I can't see them like skyrocketing. If they be at least 30 games over 500, I'll be shocked. But
I don't know. is the fact that the Baltimore Orioles playing like the Tigers should be playing. You would think
Yeah.
after all these years of development, all these people in Double A and Triple A, and now they finally come up. I expect way more from what we are getting. That being said, Baltimore, they wasn't claiming all that, but that appears to be what's going on in Baltimore. They starting to click. They starting to get better. Meanwhile, here in Detroit,
right now.
we suck. We super suck. I dare say that if we go on this rate and end up with the worst record in baseball, I want to see him gone, dog. I don't know it's only been 1 year. But no, if he can't do no better than what Gardy did with this team, get him out of here.
Yeah, and then man, I just don't see it, man. Alex Avila, man. He sucked, man. Like, come on, man, get this dude out of here, man.
And yeah, and that
Good, man.
manager and general manager gone bye-bye.
Ever since Dabrowski left, man, we just been falling apart, man. That's where it all started at, man. Where is he at right now? He's not in Boston anymore, isn't he?
No,
I don't know where he's at right now.
Anymore. He's somewhere else now. I don't remember where. Okay, I think you mean Allison Felix, H2. Talking about the young track and field star, the young lady. Yeah, she was making money too, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, that lady got some jets, man.
Okay, Amy is saying, I'm not much for sports beyond college football. War Eagle. War Eagle. Uh-oh.
Man, you talking about the War Eagles.
Silky now.
I'm Bama all day.
You know this man right here is an Alabama fan. Why you have to go there?
Eagles. Amy. I thought we got along, man. It's like here no evil speak, no evil speak, no evil. I'm gonna look past that.
Because at least she down there in Alabama. You live here in Michigan, man. At least she down there.
Man, my whole family down there, man.
See, there go H2. The Sucky's not really bad. All right, H2. We talking about
you behave. This is not the After Dark special.
Look at him. Look at him.
That's how you gonna be, Lynn. All right.
Yeah. I got you
tonight.
You say that like I didn't know. Oh, she knew you was Alabama fan. Oh, she went there.
The part about it is, man, who won the title this year?
Oh,
my Bama all day, every day, and we still got the #1 recruit class.
Here we go. Go.
Speaking of, I have to throw this in here, E. Blue 32 on you.
Okay.
What happened to your boy from Auburn today, your War Eagle, who was on the Detroit Lions? They scratched Kerryon Johnson today.
Well, I knew that was coming. You see who they drafted? They actually drafted another running back along with the ones that they picked up in free agency. Yeah, it was time for him to go.
When they got Williams from Green Bay, that's when I knew it was his end, man. Definitely with DeAndre Swift, man, and Williams now. I just don't see him being there.
Look, I'm so aware of Auburn's wolves. They basically cut him from the Lions.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, after that first year when he got hurt, he was never the same after that. The thing is, where somebody else will put him in training camp, he'll probably end up being somebody's third back on a practice squad. Remember, it's 17.
He can always go to New England. He can come back over there with your boy with the clipboard and the pencil. He could go over there, man. I know, man. Patricia ain't do wonders over here, man.
Go blue. That's right. Yeah, you say that. I know that's probably my man, Coach V. Somebody's third, man. You doggone right, go blue. You better say that. I never made it to a first practice. They cut me, and then I joined the cheering squad. Damn, like that H2? That's messed up.
Behave, basically.
Okay, let's talk some more Olympic sports right quick. Swimming. You ready to see the swimming, Hugh?
Man, I love the swimming competition, man. I just wish my homeboy Michael was still there, and aware.
Well, Michael is not, but there's a young lady by the name of Kate Ledecky. They're
Mhm.
saying she is going to be, when all is said and done, the best swimmer in the history of women's swimming. She is winning races already in some of these prelim events, and she is winning them by large margins. In one race a couple weeks ago, she lapped somebody.
What?
She won by that much. Basically, here's her going toward the finish line. Here's this other person finishing their third lap. She on the fourth lap about to win. She's that fast.
I would like to see her, man, in competition.
Definitely looking forward to that.
The rich keep getting richer.
Like that, they're gonna start calling her fish.
They gonna check her for steroids or something, man. They gonna be like, it ain't no way in hell she doing what she doing, man.
Y'all remember back in the day when they was talking about doing the Aquaman movie and wanted Michael Phelps to be Aquaman? Remember that? Nobody trying to see his goofy looking self be no Aquaman, dog. And especially when we found out he was getting high all the time, he wasn't ready to be no actor, forgetting his line and all of that.
Toke up, I ain't mad at him doing this thing.
She absolutely is, because they say she's been doing that since high school. Basically, was winning races and be like, damn, she swam so fast she could have swam again and still be the home girl.
That's crazy.
Ain't it though?
You gotta love that.
Talking about Michael Phelps, he got a tight body. All that damn swimming, I guess he do. Not to mention he about 6'5", 6'6". Yeah, them swimmers, the real good ones, they usually have them damn stick bodies, because that swimming, that's a lot of exercise right there.
That's no joke.
And some of the work they put in terms of the amount of laps they do, that is nuts, man. They be swimming like for hours at a time. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, man, he was getting it in, man. But then if you say that lady's fast as she is, man, I would definitely like to see that, man. I'm gonna stay tuned to that.
What's another sport you're looking forward to in the Olympics, Hugh?
Man, I never really was into it, man, but I want to see that curling, man.
What is it with you and that curling? Now, let me give y'all a little insight. I talk about this all the time. Now, the reason he bring it up, because he know he gonna get a reaction out of me every time. That by far is got to be the dumbest ass they ever came up with. You take and then you take this broom and you sweep in front of behind that. That shit is boring. Paint dry. And they be trying to hype it up like they doing something. Ain't nobody trying to see that.
I hope I don't offend nobody, man, but that sounds like a janitor started that game.
Man, that is a doggone. See, that's a winter sport. It might be for all the hell I know. All I know, whenever I see it in the Olympics, I turns it off. is my jam. Man, Amy, you quit playing with me.
See, now we back on the same thing.
You ain't seen the video. It ain't your jam like that, Amy. You messing with me now.
Man, they be using that broom so fast. Like, man.
Amy said, that's right. It is a winter sport. It ain't no sport at all, Amy. It sucks.
What was that thing you trying to make a sport too when you got like that little curling?
And look at H2 talking about she like, y'all off. Y'all know that ain't no damn sport.
H2 always be hurting my feelings, man, but I appreciate her, coming to my defense on that one.
Curling ain't no sport, y'all. I'd rather them have bowling in the Olympics than curling. That's more of a sport than doggone curling.
I'm just so ready for the basketball too, man. I want to know who's gonna be there this year, man. I just like when we have our best, man, because when the guys take a little time out, man, that's when it seemed like we got embarrassed, man. That's why I was so happy when the Kobe Bryants and LeBron James and the big name guys went over there, man. And just looking forward to seeing that, man, because I haven't really been dialed in like I used to, but I definitely want to check them out just to see where their head is at.
She's like, dude, I'm not messing with you. I love watching it. Those dudes are so serious about sweeping. Man, Amy. I don't be there with you, Amy. Ruby, talk to your mom, okay? Mom's tripping. She tripping.
Hey, E, you just gotta respect it for what it's worth.
Curly always my
yeah.
I gotta dig it. What is wrong with y'all, man? It's literally a broom and a brick. A smooth brick going past a slippery floor. That is not a sport at all.
You gotta coordinate it though, E.
Y'all, baby. It takes skills, thank you.
I definitely feel that way, E.
Do it really?
I used to laugh at them too until I started watching it, man.
I'd rather watch bocce ball. That's similar to curling in a way. Horseshoes, any of that. That damn curling is stupid. You stop laughing at me, Amy. Stop laughing at me. I'm feeling a popcorn moment here. y'all just want to see me clown out. That's all it is. H2 is stupid, okay? It really But no, actually, the sport I'm also looking forward to seeing is the diving competition. Man, when they dive off the high board, I ain't talking about the little springboard one. That one not so much. I'm talking about when they do the high dive board and they show you the view from what they see down toward the water. You be like, that's
and it's
so
fast too, man. But when they put it in slow mo, man, you just see how choreographed it is, man. It look amazing, man. How the hell they catch it like that? When you see it and you know real time, it be so fast. It's the boom, bam, and they down. They doing a slow mo. It feel like they up there for hours, man.
Right. And the thing is, it'd be like, damn, what all he do? You just see the, and then they slow it down. And be like, damn, he did 3 flips, and then he spun in the air. He threw his middle finger up, and then went backward splash. Like, damn. And then they get in the water, and then they be like this big. Some of them divers, they be like paper thin, and they get on there, and they just be like, boom. And you be like, damn.
Like almost a second, it seemed like, man. But
and then it's always them couple foreign people. They usually come from Japan, China, one of them countries. And they be like, okay, they've never attempted this before in competition. And they'll go and do a handstand. And start it off with a handstand. And then lift all the way up in the air in a perfect straight line. And then do a triple flip and shit. They'd be like,
I remember they thought they was
do that.
Remember they thought they had kids in competition, like teenagers and stuff, and they didn't think they were adults because they were so small and they looked so young.
Right. And then meanwhile, it'd be like, this is Kinshu Yu. He's 22. He's been diving all his life.
We know he's 12 years old.
And then he get there, he do the dive and fuck up. And they be like, oh, that's going to cost him the medal. And then they get out the water and be like, hey,
man.
Gonna kill my family.
And they take it serious too, man.
I mean, they be breaking down like, I have ruined my entire life just now.
Yeah. Yeah, mess around and jump off the cliff, man. They take it that serious.
And then they go and console them and be like, it's okay. And they be like, I did a dive 50,000 times and I messed up now. Why now?
A lot of them fold under that pressure, man.
And see, it's crazy because they said back in the day they would have these athletes being in Olympics in some of these countries, and if they didn't perform the way they were supposed to, bad things would happen to them. It'd be like they never heard. I mean, because remember, in some of these countries, they've been raising these people to be Olympians since they was like 2 and 3 years old. They would take them from their parents' home, be like, no, this was going to be an Olympian. And they would live and train at these centers and whatnot, and then be in the Olympics. So for them to get to that point and they messed up to that degree, yeah, I understand the pain and anguish. Because that's just crazy to be doing something that's crazy for your whole life. And at that moment, after all the many times you did it perfect, you choose this time to fuck up.
Man, that's kind of remind me of my favorite movie, Blades of Glory, man. If you ain't see it, you should check it out, man. The dude John Heater that played Napoleon Dynamite was on there, man. He was one of the skaters, and Will Ferrell was one of the skaters too in the competition, man. Check that movie out. Everything you saying on here reminds me exactly of that movie, man. Trust me, you'll love it. It's hilarious. It got some, ice skating in there, man, which makes it pretty interesting. It's interesting TV.
Well, hold on. I will watch equestrian. Oh yeah, the horse racing and the horse jumping. Yeah, that's a pretty interesting one actually. They do some intricate jumps and whatnot in that. I will watch some of that. Summer Olympics, I flip out over gymnastics, the floor routines and the uneven bars. Man, I cannot wait to see the whole girl Simone Biles. Some of her routines that they show on YouTube or whatnot. You be like, damn, she flipping quick as hell. How you do that? It's like some of them like they don't have no bones in their body. The way they be bending and flipping, it's crazy.
Man, I can do that. That uneven bars be, man, that's excellent, man. I love watching that.
Right,
on the college level or the Olympics.
And then when they do the rings, the men's rings, and they stretch out their arms, you see the muscles in their arms. You'd be like, damn, he buff as hell.
You could break your arm. We can't do that. We'll break our arm, and man, our rotary cuffs would be all messed up. Nothing for us, man.
Yeah.
We need that to the professionals, man. That ain't my cup of tea.
No, like I said, some of the things they do, I'm amazed by. So yeah, I definitely like watching the Olympics, gymnastics. Men and women's gymnastics for me, Amy. Synchronized swimming is awesome. Well, I kind of like it and I kind of don't.
Tell us why you don't, E.
Here's the thing, basically you're supposed to look like old boy or old girl. Y'all do y'all routine. Y'all do little flips in the air and all. It seems like it should be more to it than just that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I myself, it's like, okay, well, they was kind of like doing the same at the same time. It's kind of hard. It's one of those sports like some of the sports in the Olympics you can judge for yourself. When somebody and they do the dismount, they slip. Okay, yeah, I understand why they messed up. And that particular sport, it'd be like, okay. And and then the announcers be like, well, see, here's the thing. Note the finger. Their finger's not the same. I mean, they be digging and being so minute and picky about it. It'd be like, I don't really care, dog.
Right, just because they didn't have the same jazz hands, who gives a damn?
I don't care. That's one of those sports. I just don't care about that one as much. I look forward to the slow motion and the photos of the diving because they're some of the faces they be making. I mean, because it's like they doing a dive and you see their face, they be like, I'm telling you, when they do the slow mo, look at some of their faces.
Will do.
Now keep in mind the Chinese people's faces. I swear their face be straight the whole time. It's like, damn, it should be moving. What you thinking about at that moment?
They probably laughing if they make a face. You know how gruesome they are in that country.
I swear it'd be like, before they go on, be like, if you don't at least make a medal, your family is gone. That's like serious as a mug, like, well, this is for all the money. Boom.
They take everything to heart.
Yeah, and it's like they facial expression don't change the whole time. And then the ones that do the perfect dives where it'd be like about that much splash, you'd be like, dang. It's like you just dropped a coin in the water, like bloop. Splash. Perfect entry. But then the ones that come from them countries that's not so good, like in the first elimination rounds, they'd be like, all right, here comes somebody from name one of them crazy countries where they don't really swim. And then they go to do the dive, and they'd be like, man, hell no. I could have did that. You might well.
They have somebody in Guam doing something crazy.
Right. I seem to always miss out on the synchronized swimming. I know, right? That's because some of those things they show late at night because they figure people don't watch them as much. That's why I'm looking forward to some have all the different channels and stuff. Shout out to my man Hugh, that I could watch all the different little sporting events that they don't normally show. Because I like, but I like to watch it all. You know what I'm saying? I like to see all of the different sports. The handstand is a basic dive now. You know what? It kind of is. Because now they do like the backward handstand. They do the one hand handstand. I seen this one thing where basically they did the handstand, turned on their hands from the front to the back, and then pushed themselves up and then flipped off. That shit
They
was
doing too much, E. They doing too much.
Yep. But hey, can't everybody do that, man?
You know, if somebody patty cake the handstand, would you like to see that?
I freaking cried at the Olympics so much because these people train so hard for so long, and sometimes they have serious punishment if they don't succeed. But why? It's spectacular. Exactly. I mean, and then the thing that really gets you is when they tell some of the stories. This kid's mom died when he was 1. Before she died, she said, "I want you to be a champion." Ever since then, and it be like that. Like ever since then,
so much pressure,
I gotta make my mama's dream happen. So I train hard every day. I get up at 3 in the morning. I eat 2 pieces of Rice Krispies and 1 corn pop, and then I go train. And then after that, I study in school. I have a 4.7 GPA. I'm gonna be a doctor after this. I mean, the story just be like, "Oh damn, I need you to win so damn bad right now. Please win."
Just imagine in the poor countries too, E, man. You go back after losing, they probably throwing rocks at you, throwing rocks at your crib, man. Who knows what they'll do over in the countries, man.
They'd be like, "You have lost. Now we no longer have a home. We are forced to live on the streets."
I can see that, E.
But it ain't though, because it be that serious for some of these countries.
It's crazy, man, because here, we'll still love them. We'll still give them support. We'll clap for them when they come back, man. Other countries, man, your ass is just, man, they don't even want to see your face no more.
Right, but you got people like Hussein Bolt, where basically on Jamaica, he could do no wrong. He might as well be the governor of Jamaica. They say he got his own little separate part of the island, and ain't nobody on there and all of that. He got it like that in Jamaica.
Oh, he that guy too, man. I can see that. I could definitely see that.
They basically say it's pretty much like the government, the police, Hussein.
Hussein. The boat.
Right. Okay, hold on. Yes, since 2 or 3, and that's what's most of their sports. Exactly. Blades of Glory is seriously underrated. Hilarious movie. Okay, I'm about to watch that.
So funny.
I'm about to check that on out. I know that's on one of them doggone things I done bought. Hulu, Netflix, one of them damn things. Dude, that girl is a wild other kind of phenomenon. The feminist me is also rooting for her success after that fucking Nasser asked, "Oh yeah," talking about Simone Biles and that. Man, the fact that he got, I mean, not to get off the subject of sports, but Dr. Nasser, the fact that he got away with that with hundreds of girls for damn near 30 years, and it took that damn long for them to finally address it after many of them reported the incidents and they basically swept them under the rug. That is so fucked up. I mean, I try not to wish death on no man, but if he died in prison tomorrow, I would not shed not one tear. If I found out he was gang raped or any of that, okay, let me not say all that. We ain't trying to get took off the air, but yeah, it's a special place in hell for that dude. No doubt about it.
We could just leave it at that, man. That's what he deserved, that special place.
Yeah, let's move.
People like him.
Okay, I'm talking about be nice, damn it. No, when it comes to Nasser, I can't be nice. So I guess you guys don't like archery. No, actually, H2, I do like the archery.
Yeah.
The thing is, they show, the different little spots and like, okay, look at the trajectory and whatnot. And they show it in slow motion and it looks incredible. But then there's also competitions where they do the archery on horseback. Have you seen that one? Ride up to the target and shoot the arrow. It's sweet, man.
That's more interesting than me, man.
I've never seen the actual archery arrows and bows that they use. Go to one of those sporting goods places and check it out. They're very detailed. Them things cost like hundreds of dollars. The arrows cost like $10-20 a piece. That ain't no joke for sport, man.
Ooh, the horseback archery. That sounds crazy.
Yep, don't it though? Maybe they should have plus size diving. Now that would be interesting.
That'd be crazy. But then there'd be body shaming, H2, you know how shady America and all these other countries are, man. You don't want to see those sumo on there trying to die.
No, what if they do the springboard dive and the plus size person get on the board and break the damn board while they're trying to dive? Oh,
the whole crowd, man. Just as soon as they get out, man, the whole crowd, man. You might as well just refill the pool.
Talk about something that will be on Sports Center for years to come.
Oh yeah.
Top 10 of all time. No, let's not do that.
No plus size divers.
Are y'all looking forward to video gaming? Now here's the thing. I don't know if that's official sport yet, but they definitely talk about making it so. In fact, they are talking about having official sports league. Keep in mind, the NBA does have an official esport league where they get paid. And I mean, if you knew how much they get paid you'd be going to work tomorrow slapping your boss. It's that type of money. It's sponsorship. They like get chairs for them and special monitors and all that. It's crazy. So
I seen some too. I seen the NBA one. I seen the Madden League one, man. I didn't even know they still had the damn Street Fighter game going on, man. And it was a dude from America as the champion, man. He beat the best dude in Japan, and I was like, damn, that's rare. But we got a dude from the U.S. to play the Street Fighter games, #1 at those games, man. So yeah, it's like I'd be interested, but I just want to see when they finally solidify it and make that a sport. I would like to see what games they're gonna play and what they're gonna bring to the table.
Right. Okay. There's a famous actress who is an Olympic archer, and I didn't remember who. H2, look it up for me, please. Okay. Research department, that's on you. Famous actress that was an archer, and I do recall that too briefly myself. I'm not sure who that is either, but yeah, look that up, H2, if you got a minute. Bo is an asshole. Usain Bolt is the most arrogant asshole. I completely agree, H2. He is ridiculous. And
you don't never back a person when you got him down. Just finish the damn race for crying out loud.
But that being said, that dude is the fastest thing I ever seen. Think about some of them races he won, where it was like the one race where he basically was so far ahead, he had the nerve to look back when he crossed the finish line. Like, y'all gonna catch up or what? It's ridiculous, man. He start out losing the damn race, and then they turn the corner, and it's like he got this whole nother gear. And it's like, damn. Did he just gonna win a race like that? What the hell?
Yeah, that dude, man, insane fast.
I mean, bottom line, if you got it like that, you gotta feel some type of way. I mean, it's people and their cockiness that kind of drive them to be that great in some cases.
You got to be some type of cocky to win like that, man, and to be a competitor. You can't be like real humble as a competitor, man, because you can always, get dethroned by somebody who's just that arrogant.
Right. Okay, and it's been going on for so long, really sad in regards to some of what we're talking about. I think he's talking about the Nasser thing on that one, yeah. Yes, and you need serious strength for archery. That you do, and some serious hand-eye coordination as well. Like I said, I tried to do archery one day. I went to one of them places where they let you do. It ain't as easy as you think. Rapper Lupe Fiasco is actually pretty big in that community. The gaming community, yep, that's true. Not sure where he is rated, but he gets busy on those video games. And some of the athletes are pretty good gamers as well. I want to say KD is one of those athletes that's pretty good at gaming.
Devin Booker is too.
Yep. All right, Road is always checking in. Hey, Eric, hey, Hugh, what's going on, Road?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Doing your thing as you always do. Thank you always for your support. You know we love you. Okay, H2. You said famous actress. No, actress, H2, famous actress that did archery. Yep, that's correct. Ben Johnson was arrogant too with his doped up ass. Man, I do not tell that dude was doped up. That dude like he been on the line for the San Diego Chargers. He was big as hell.
That dude couldn't stop neither, man. He was so doped up. That's how we knew something was wrong. I'm like, damn, he can't stop at the, because afterwards, even with Usain Bolt, he kind of, pace himself and he'll stop, and he could stop fast enough to where you still not running and you run over one of the barricades or something, man. That's insane. But we used to see that with him. We knew something was up, man.
Dude, when they said he was doping, and I seen him, like, I was not surprised, not at all. That dude, I was surprised. What did surprise me though, he didn't end up in the WWF somewhere. Yeah, we knew what you meant. Okay, I feel like it was Ashley. I want to say it is Ashley Judd. Now that you think about it, and if you remember right, Ashley Judd also took a little run at NASCAR too, if I remember correctly. She's a NASCAR fan, but no, she also trained to be a NASCAR driver at some point, I want to say. But yeah, I think you're right. It is Ashley Judd. Double check that H2, but I'm pretty sure she's right about that. Speaking of people who are actually good at Olympic type sports, do you know at one point it was actually true that Kevin Hart was ranked as a ping pong player?
What?
Not ping pong. No, I got that wrong. The badminton. He was a world badminton player. I thought he was playing when he said that on one of his podcasts, but look it up and yeah, it's true.
You wouldn't even think that'd be the type of sport he play, man. He actually a pretty decent basketball player.
Okay, okay. He said Gina Davis was the Olympic caliber archer. Okay, now that's interesting. I did not know that about her. But no, I know Ashley Judd was good at a couple things. And like I said, I know that NASCAR was one of them. So that's why I come up with that. But no, it might be Gina Davis. So do y'all think FloJo was on steroids? Absolutely not. She was not. She just was that deal. Amazingly enough, that is who again, not okay, Pride, I'm about to go here. Don't start to take the show in another direction because I go here. But the young lady who is now currently the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, that's who FloJo reminds me of. Well, that's who she reminds me of, I should say. A WWE. Bianca Belair. But yeah, she got the same kind of build. But that being said, no, that's not opening the door, Pride. Don't go there. Don't go. You like to kidnap show with wrestling talk. We just saying. Yeah, thank you for that research. We appreciate you, Pride. But no, don't do it, Pride. I'm watching you. For the Pride, where we will talk wrestling and other such subjects coming soon to the Nighthawk Network. Be looking forward to that. But that being said, we're gonna come back. We're gonna take one last commercial break. When we come back, we still got plenty of things on the list to come on through. So yeah, y'all liking this conversation? Stay tuned. We got more of it coming. I'm glad that all y'all have woke up and started commenting. Where y'all been? You know we love y'all. Yeah, she is strong as hell, but okay, that's all you get, okay? No more Pride. No more.
Yeah, I agree with him.
They need to. Okay, y'all. Y'all know that one of the sponsors of the show is Buck Beats. Yeah, y'all know Buck Beats. That music producer extraordinaire coming up in the world. Look at me pat myself on the back. I know. Buck Beats is me. Y'all know that. Well, anyway, yeah, he got some more things that he did. Here's a new Buck Beat. Y'all let me know what y'all think. We took the GameTime Audible interlude and we kind of did a little something different with it. Check it out. We'll talk about it when we get back. Go eat, eat. Oh, my bad, my bad. You know, I was getting it in for a little bit. My bad, yeah. Yeah, yeah. When I say I made the doggone beat, I made the doggone beat. Okay, seriously, for real though. Buck beats is for real,
Let me borrow your beats machine.
man.
He
No,
said, man.
no, my brother, you got to get your own. All right, but yeah, that was the newest Buck beat that we added to the GameTime Audible interlude. I see some of y'all checking in about it. I'm so excited I could just spit. Yes, Smurf, for the beat, you better work. I did.
He said, I did.
Oh, the whistle dancing. Yep. Yeah, that was part of the production. Dude, your production and Buck beats are soaring. Nice. Thank you, Amy. I'm trying. I'm learning. I'm getting there.
Let me borrow that machine.
Like I said, my brother, you got to get your own.
Maybe I will, E.
You do that then, and then we can have some Hugh beats. Until then, I'm running that part of the show. Man, you business. Anyway, y'all, we back. GameTime Audible. I am your boy Buck Beats, aka Eric Buckner. Nightheart Network COO, and that is my man Hugh Lee. Shout out to the social producer of said show and network. That be one Helena Hologram. What up, bro? You are in the comments along with everybody else as we talking these sports. We appreciate you all being here this evening. We really do. Let's get into some other subjects. Again, tonight, here's how we doing it. I'm basically putting the subjects out there. He was letting us know if he wants to talk about it or not. If he does, he will. If he don't, he won't. And he'll tell you to kiss his butt or whatever the hell is going to come on his mind. Okay, next topic. Okay, we got a week left in the NHL playoffs. Do you care?
Nope. Moving on.
Red Wings is playing better, though. I appreciate that much. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Franz Wagner, Mo Wagner's little brother, has declared for the NBA draft. What do you think?
Good for him.
Okay, he ain't care about that either. All right, next. Okay, here's the something. You know, boxing, much like all the other sports, are starting to get back online. That being said, Deontay Wilder has not fought so far this year. Are we trying to see him fight this year? And if so, are we trying to see him fight the big fella again? Or would you rather him start back over and fight some also rings?
I would like to see him start back over, man, because after how he got beat that time, man, and what made me mad too, that was after the George Floyd death, man, you know. So we thought he was going to have some type of purpose just to get out there and get whipped like his mama and whipped his ass around the house. So, and then he made excuses talking about, oh, the gear was too heavy. I was fatigued. It wore 40 pounds. I didn't know it was going to be that heavy. I came to the ring. I was exhausted. I was gassed. Just be a man about it.
Going on, my girl had fought, etc. Bottom line, Deontay Wilder, man up. Tyson Fury beats your monkey ass. He whooped it.
He got whipped.
Simple. And I'm not trying to see that again.
Not at all.
Come back and fight Tyson Fury and let you then finally decided, okay, I'm gonna stop trying to beat the hell out of everybody with one punch and actually learn how to box.
And get skills.
Deontay Wilder, if he hit you with that one good one, yeah, it's game time. Over with, done. But if you can box with him, if you're around his side, you can jab like Tyson Fury did and deal with it that way, yeah, you're going to beat Deontay Wilder. It could have went to pieces and he could not have won that fight. And bottom line, if they fight again right now or anytime soon, I think that's the fight we're going to get. I'm not trying to see that.
Yeah, because he lost both fights, if you ask me. They just gave him some type of sympathy because he was a champ.
But keep in mind, speaking of fights, there is a good fight coming up very soon. That fight is between Canelo Alvarez and Billy Saunders. Two excellent boxers in that particular middleweight division. Is that a fight you're looking forward to seeing?
Hell yeah, I definitely want to see that, man. Saunders, up and coming dude, and he got just as much power as Canelo, man. Only thing is, I want to know, does he have the same skill set and a mindset as Alvarez, man? Because when Alvarez beat Triple G, man, the first one I was like, okay, it could have went anyway.
No, no,
Which,
no, no, my friend. No, my friend. That's where you have the story all wrong, Holmes. He did not beat Triple G. He ain't beat him the first time or the second time, okay?
I
That
thought he
fight
won
was
more.
not a draw. The second fight, he did not win. Triple G
I
won
didn't
both of those
see
fights.
on the second fight, but I thought that he had enough to win the first fight. But then boxing is boxing too, E. That's why I think I'm more of an MMA guy now too, man, because Dana White don't play that, man. You ain't dodging nobody. You ain't trying to throw no belts away. He ain't having that. You either fight or you going to the second class Bellator. No disrespect to Bellator, but that's where all the UFC has been.
And I agree with that. I definitely would like to see more of that in boxing where the best fighters fight the best fighters without all that other bullshit, okay? That being said, it'd be like, okay, the money. Well, bottom line, the boxing authorities that be should be like, okay, well, look, every time you fight the number one contender, you get a certain amount of money flat out. If that was the case, there would be more mega fights. If there were more mega fights, I think more people would be interested in boxing again. Because the problem is going to be that now that we're back to the post-pandemic, the first couple fights, because ain't nobody been in a fight in so long, they're going to be packed. All the superstars going to be there, mask and all. And then they're going to want to check it out. But in the end, if they some boring-ass fights, like some of those last couple fights that my man's the money team had, ain't nobody trying to come see that. They sure ain't trying to pay no $79.99.
Hell no.
You pay your $49.99 for your UFC pay-per-view, you're going to get a couple good fights out of that, at least.
You get about 3-4 knockouts.
You're going to get some knockouts. You're going to see people getting a life choke out of them at the end. You're going to get some good stuff, man.
I done seen dudes' arms get broke on live TV because they ain't want to tap. That's what I'm talking about, E.
And remember
money.
when a guy basically put the hand lock on boy and broke his finger off in the glove.
Yeah, man. I was just so, man, you see the one when little Nah got his arm broke, man, by Frank Mir. Oh my God. He was like, oh, you ain't trying to tap. Snap,
Right.
His whole arm was just noodled. I can't even go there, man. I'm not, because I don't want nobody, hitting me off like, not I'm gonna be sensitive to this matter because I don't want to say, his arm was looking like Jackson on Mortal Kombat.
Oh wow. It takes a special type of individual, because keep in mind, MMA is men and women, to say, okay, hit me in the face, I'm gonna deal with it. Try to choke the life out of me, that's cool, I'm just gonna take it. The elbow blows to the head alone, I'll be like, I'm through fighting like this. I'm ready to kill this dude right here. It's over. No, it ain't over. I'm about to hurt them. They trying to kill me.
I'm not shaking your head at the end if you do that to me. No free.
H2 said, do y'all think it's time to move the three-point line? Have you seen some of the games Steph Curry? We talked about that earlier in the show. Some of the shots that he takes from beyond the three-point line. Yeah, I think it is. Between him and Craig Young and that damn Dame Dollar, they be shooting from outside the gym range. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
And if
yeah, they could.
Game, as I used to, that's a long ass shot. It ain't that easy. They make it look easy as hell, mainly because they didn't practice it thousands and thousands of times. But those are not easy shots to make.
I'm gonna piggyback off that. Ian, ask you a question, man. Do you think when they shoot that far, they should at least give them an extra point and make it a 4-pointer or something? Damn, because they be shooting from the other side of the gym.
I think that's part of what H2 is trying to say in regards to that. I know me and her had a conversation in regards to that recently. Yeah, there should be a 4-point line. Absolutely. My only concern is that we already don't like how the game is played at times as it is. Where it's like, okay,
4-pointers.
Push it inside. As soon as we get across half court, get somewhere near the 3-point line to shoot. 4-point line, you already know what it's going to be. Okay, rebound. Stand right there. Don't move. All right, shoot it. Now, one of y'all go try to rebound it, and they'll go back and forth like that. That's going to make the game real ugly. I ain't trying to see that. If
That's
anything,
funny.
you want to make it real interesting, how about you give them 3 points if they dunk too? Now that would make it interesting.
Yeah, I definitely like that.
How many of them little dudes you'll see try to cop back and be like, yeah, 3?
Chris Paul all day. Chris
Yeah.
Paul was catching hoops in the All-Star game.
Him and Trey Young, they'll be trying to cock back on people, no doubt. And that being said, the leading scorer in the league will at that point be Zion Williamson. Because when he try to dunk on you, ain't nothing you'll be able to do about it.
That's all he'd do, him and Giannis, man. Hey,
Him and Giannis, exactly.
at least my man Zion got a perimeter game.
Okay, he said, I'm sorry. If I did that kind of fighting, I'd be coming in the ring before. H2 ain't having it, okay? Here go Pratt. I strongly disagree with the 4-point line because they will be rewarding them for taking those ridiculous ass shots, which is nothing but showboating anyway. And in terms of the shots that they take, I completely agree with that, Pratt. I mean, Trey Young pops into mind immediately. I mean, I've seen him actually go stand at the 3-point line, dribble, decide it wasn't far enough, dribble back 3 steps, shoot the damn shot, and then walk off like he made it automatically. I've seen him do that several times. It's showboating, plain and simple. And then, of course, you know, in some of the All-Star games and some of those Big 3 games, they have the 4-point line. And it kind of throws off the flow of the game. So, no, I'm not really trying to see that for real, for real. Not for real, for real. But, okay, let us move on. Let's see now. We got a few minutes left. Let's talk about this young lady and this young man right here. We've been meaning to get into this discussion for weeks. Y'all check out this right here. Now, of course, this was last year. They both now are in their 18th season. 18 seasons for LeBron James, 18 seasons for Sue Bird. Y'all see the comparative stats. They both have won 4 NBA championships. The average salary in the WNBA is $125. That being said, Sue Bird is one of the top 10 players in the league in terms of salary. You see what she makes. $250,000 for a season. LeBron James, on the other hand, has an average salary of $37.44 million. In other words, let me break this down to y'all, okay? What that boils down to is this. LeBron James plays one game, and he has made most of what Sue Bird would have made all season. If LeBron James plays 2 NBA games, he has made more than what Sue Bird makes for the whole season. Ridiculous, right?
Super ridiculous, man. That's what we were saying too, man. They need to give more money to the women. You know, I just don't feel like it's really fair, man. Honestly, what I look at too is the fact that they both win final.
Here's my thought process. NBA makes lots of money, okay? Lots of money. Average NBA player, that is the dude sitting on the bench, makes damn near $2 million a season. The WNBA, the highest paid person in the WNBA, which I believe last time I checked was the young lady that we know as Candace Parker, makes $275,000 a season. Now, granted, their season is only 42 games, and the NBA is pretty much double that. But that being said, it don't make sense, okay? Now, granted, we don't get a lot of crowds in the WNBA. I blame the NBA for that. If you are going to foster this league and say, okay, it's important that we have a women's league, let us put the resources together to make it happen, then they should put more money into it overall, period. Bottom line. So here's the thing. We got tennis. Tennis now in all the major Grand Slam tournaments, the men and the women win the same amount of money. In golf, the money is pretty similar in terms of men and women's tournament. In soccer now, they're going for equality in terms of pay. Why can they not do that in the WNBA and this sport makes more money than all of them?
Yeah, like you said too, man. I understand they play way more games, but man, they should be making more money than in the thousands, man. Like I'm making 215,000, 275,000. Yeah, they should spread the wealth, man. Get them ladies in the millions.
I don't like the WNBA. This is quote unquote. I understand this is not your words, Amy. Y'all ever met a female basketball player? They are scary as fuck. Not only have I met women basketball players, let me let you in a little bit of my background. In college, as a sports reporter, my beat was the women's basketball beat. Okay. So in other words, not only did I meet them, I interviewed them. I seen what they look like. I played with them in rec league. They are extremely talented athletes. They can play just as well as many men. I have played on a team where I picked all women purposely so, and we walked the floor with folks, okay, and had fun doing it. On that team, I was like, get them, girl. Bust that ass. Get them in the post. They can't see you. Some of the best games I had in rec league playing that way. Women's basketball can be highly entertaining in terms of the play because they don't have some of the physical attributes that the men do. They're not able to jump as high. A lot of them are not able to dunk. Now, keep in mind, some of them absolutely can dunk. There's that. I'm glad you went there, H2. We're going to go there next. But, yeah, in terms of the play, it is a very entertaining brand of basketball when you have the best athletes in the world playing as WNBA players. Now, granted, when you look at some of the college games, the women's games where you got the good team like the UConn and the not so good teams and they play each other, oh, it get ugly quick. You ain't even trying to see that. It's like, damn, who these little kids they playing? But when you got the best and the best, that's good basketball. They should get paid more for what they do. As much as the men, maybe not quite, but at least triple what they making now. It should definitely be some millionaire players in the WNBA.
Oh, yeah. At least give them 2-3 million or something, man. Jesus.
Absolutely. And what they can't kick in, some of these major shoe companies and whatnot that want to have equity in terms of women. If the Nike basically ponying in a good $50 million to help with the salary improvement in the WNBA, think about what type of cash that would give Nike. They would sell a lot more shoes if they did stuff like that. Okay, Amy is saying, I used to wait on the Georgia Tech women's basketball team for the etiquette class dinner once every few months. I'm used to being the tall girl, but dang, those girls are made for it. Oh, yeah. Keep in mind that the tallest girl I ever interviewed was 6'7" and had to be a good 275 pounds. She was huge. She was huge and could play. Not great player, but a good player. Did not end up going to the WNBA, but did end up playing overseas and made some decent money. Because that's the other frustration with it. Women in the WNBA oftentimes make triple the money that they make in the WNBA overseas. We supposed to be the most richest, powerful nation in the world. Why can't we afford to pay our athletes?
Yeah, I agree.
That part. But okay, let's go here. African American NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace talks about how prejudiced NASCAR driver is.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, you are in Baltimore, H2. We here in Detroit. We've seen men drive and women drive. We've seen white people drive, black people drive. Some of these people that drive these street races and whatnot, they absolutely could be in NASCAR. There's no doubt in my mind. And they could do well in NASCAR. That being said, because it is so difficult for people of color to break into the racing life in terms of being a driver, because there's several people that are pit crew people and things of that nature. But to be a driver, there is definitely a stigma there. And even though there have been shown many signs of solidarity in regards to Bubba Wallace, that being said, yeah, NASCAR is not seen as a sport that we as people of color are supposed to be involved in any way, shape, or form. And it's fucked up.
You ain't lying about that, man. You don't see a lot of us in there, man. And now when we seeing what he's going through, it's like, man, I think that's the right decision.
It's the good old boys club, absolutely. Okay, I got two more. We got 4 minutes, two more people I want to call here. Person one, Mike Trout.
MLB MVP, baby. And
not only that, he is leading the league in OBP, in other words, on base percentage. He's leading the league in slugging. He is among the league leaders in home runs, RBIs, stolen bases, batting average. Do you guys not realize we are seeing one of the best baseball players to ever play the game right before us, and he is not getting enough credit for that?
He came out, man, when his first season in LA, man, he damn near could have won the MVP that year. And we like, man, we just thought that was
14 years old then.
I just couldn't believe it, man. It's like I'm thinking, man, I think he overachieved that year. And it seemed like every year he get better. He's always in the conversation, man. Yeah, man, I just want them to put more players around him, man. I just feel like it was just bad luck this season because guys was getting hurt. Rendon got hurt, man. A couple other people was injured, which surprised me. Show how Tany's not always healthy. So, you're seeing like growing pains, man. But when he came back in the lineup, he definitely always make them relevant because they started looking real bad at first when he was injured and he wasn't in the game. Now he's back. I just don't really see them falling off. I just seen Rendon went back on the injured list, man. So I'm just wanting them to get more talent and put more people around him. Dexter Fowler was hurt, so yeah, they got to do better by Mike, man. I know they pay him all that money, man, but I think now too, man. And I love me some Albert Pujols, man. I just think it's time to do a Miguel Cabrera with him too, man. Go ahead and just cash him out, man, and let him do whatever he wanted to do. Take him off the books.
Well, I know you mentioned Otani, the base player there in the Angel organization that not only hits but pitches as well. When do you think they get to the point where they say, "Look, man, I don't know if this pitcher thing gonna work out. We just want you to hit"? Because remember, when we're talking about league leaders, he is also among the league leaders in home runs, and he's not even playing every day.
And man, when he pitched, man, it seemed like he get hurt more pitching than he do batting, man. Remember that point when he got hurt when he was pitching, and then they was like, "No, we don't need you to pitch. We just need your bat." And he was still crushing it out the park, man. And, they said he was supposed to have like a Tommy John type injury, and that's from all the pitching in the rotation and doing all those pitches, man, and stretching your arm. Oh, they just needed him just to hit the ball, man. And I just feel like that's what he should do, man. Put him on there, get more pitches over there too, man, in the rotation. Just have show high hit, man. I'd rather see him hit anyway.
Truth be told, based on some of the pitching performances I've seen him do, I'd rather see him pitch.
Oh, really?
Well, here's the thing. Not as a starter. I think that dude might be one of the best bullpen people you would ever see.
Mm.
And I think if they used him in that way, where he basically came out of the bullpen and then I think that would work. But okay. And he quit because of the back, talking about Bubba Wallace, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Brad is saying it could be that America just isn't that interested in women's basketball. I know you ain't, Pride. Most owners say that they don't make a profit with their teams, and there is like half of the number of teams as the mean. More like a third, I think. I think it's like 12 teams in WNBA. Anyway, also with about 60% or more of the game's salary comes from television rights, and that is bid by the networks. Now, keep in mind, Pride, I'm glad you mentioned that. It's being said that this year the WNBA will be televised more than any season in any past season. In other words, there are several networks where you'll be able to find WNBA games this season. ESPN, ESPN2, of course, CBS Sports Network. They will also have games on Amazon. There's a couple other networks that, NBC Sports Network are going to broadcast some of the games. So that being said, they are getting paid to broadcast some of these games. So some of that money needs to trickle down to the ladies. I don't think they're getting their fair share of that cut like the NBA men do. Because keep in mind, part of the thing that pays their salaries is that part of the deal where they get half of the money and the owners get the other half. It could be the same way in the WNBA. I don't think it is though right now. The NBA can't make networks pay more than they are willing to for their product, especially if it isn't bringing in major ratings. Even the NBA ratings are down. This year, that is the case. They are down, particularly in markets that are not big markets. Because bottom line, ain't too many of us watching the Pistons right now. They suck.
Not at all. You can't pay me to watch them Pistons.
You can't pay me to watch or go to the game. You two are my bros, and I love y'all to life. But if I never watched this show before tonight's show was so excellent, I would come back. Let me read that again. You two are
Appreciate
my bros, and I love y'all to life. Yeah, we know that. We love you too. But I never watched this show before. If I had never watched the show before tonight's show, it was so excellent. I would come back. Okay. In other words, you're
I
saying you the show.
love you too, H2.
I
Appreciate
appreciate
that.
it too. Pride, don't you think that there would be more interest if there was more airtime? I do.
Me
Keep in mind,
too.
Pride, I've been to a game in college basketball where the women's team was sold out. Have you ever been to a Tennessee women's game where it's sold out? I promise you, it's just as much interest, as much people spending money on beer and all of that. It's all about how you promote it. On the campus of Tennessee, they promote the women's basketball as much as they promote the men's basketball. Keep in mind, if you had more sponsors that sold women's products on WNBA broadcast, that would bring more money. If you had more women's teams in markets where they don't have any team at all, that would bring some. Like, say, for instance, if Oklahoma City had a women's team, I think it would sell pretty good there. Okay, no, we went there already. Excellent point about the percentage of TV money trickling down to the athletes. I can't argue that. I thank you, brother. At the end of the day, women's sports will always get the short end of the stick. Sad but true.
Yep, sad but true.
You can't convince me otherwise. Yeah, bottom line is the powers that be, in other words, the rich men with the dollars, they don't want it to be that way. Because if women start to think they can take over sports, they'll start to think they can take over government. And all of a sudden, now we got the president, the vice president, secretary of state, the head of the chief of staff, all that. They all women. We don't want that. We don't want women telling us what to do. We white men. We got it like that. We got money. We got money.
They can throw me a couple of dollars, throw me another stimmy.
Man, just let me get them 6 digits for the Powerball right quick. It's up to about 300 million. I take that. Now, only volleyball, softball brings in good money, and it could. It absolutely could. Those sports actually play well on TV. I think some of the better games that I saw last year was the women's softball tournament for the NCAA. There was some very exciting games. Some of them.
Oh yeah.
Madam President 2024. I can see it. I definitely say I will boldly predict before the end of this decade we will have a woman president. I really see that happen. I don't necessarily know though if it's going to be Kamala Harris. It could be, but I definitely see that being in the realm of possibility. I promise you, if Michelle Obama decided she was going to run tomorrow, she would be the next president.
No, for sure.
And maybe one of them two. But anyway, that being said, y'all, we about to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad y'all liked the show and you enjoyed it. I myself had a great time this evening. What about you? You know, all right, hold on. Hell yeah, Kentucky won the NCAA volleyball tournament for the first time. Congratulations to Kentucky Wildcats, the Lady Wildcats, that is. I wasn't naming names. I'm just manifesting. Hey, I understand that. I'm good with it. Bottom line, if a woman could run the household, why can she not run the country? Some of the best leaders in the world right now, in regards to how they dealt with COVID or anything else, were women leaders. The basic Prime Minister of New Zealand is somebody that pops in my head offhand. If I remember right, Australia has a woman leader as well. They did very well with COVID. Okay, Amy saying, yeah, man, great show tonight. Great to see you guys. Always good to see you, friend Amy. We appreciate you very much.
Definitely appreciate you.
Wild and crazy guys. Love you too, H2. With that being said, yeah, the good news is we had a good show. The bad news is it's going to be a couple weeks before you see us. We are going on sabbatical. I know, my man, so you ain't trying to hear that.
Man, I didn't know we did this many shows. Man, I looked back at some of the shows. I said, dang, we've been doing it for this long. It don't seem like it, man. So, yeah, we definitely need that sabbatical, man. Come up with some new, fresh ideas. Definitely love the show tonight, man. I just feel like it was fun. People got the chance to see our personalities, man. Love it. I hate it. You know, I thought that was actually a pretty cool concept, man.
Well, we may have to come around and do it like that again.
Absolutely.
Okay, hold on. Why Hugh go on solo? Interesting. Well, I'm sure we'll have those talks behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, just cause I'm going on break don't mean you got to you. They got a point. But anyway, we'll talk about that and everything else. But sooner or later, you'll see both of us back on here doing the show. Until then, next time, whether it be me or you or both of us, y'all have a great time. And of course, we got to get a message that we always give in regards to the show. First, we got to let Hugh do his thing, though. You know what to do, Hugh.
Yeah, y'all already know what time it is, man. We all on Facebook and y'all need that sport fix, man. Come over to Pure to the Game and check me out, man. You know I do what I do every time, man. I put all the fresh news on there, man. I'm doing it right now as we speak. I'm always trying to keep y'all updated, man. I get it before ESPN, Bleacher Report, and some of y'all other sports networks, man. So check me out, man. You would be surprised with the news I know, man. I don't know how I get it so fast, but hey, I take full advantage, man, to try to make sure that even people who don't have the opportunity can just look on their phone and hit that Facebook page. And if you didn't do it already, man, go ahead and like. You know, once you like, man, you can get all the news you need. Just do what it do, man. Appreciate all the love and support I have already, and I'm gonna keep coming with better and fresh ideas, man. Thank you.
I don't know how many times I'll be like, oh, damn, that's deep. Let me tell you. Like, Hugh, you see this? Man, I posted that 5 minutes ago. He be on it, y'all. He be on it. Until next time, my dudes. Yes, absolutely, Amy. Absolutely.
Man, thank you, Amy.
And to all of you, whether you're viewing this now or in the future broadcast, remember, any comments, whether you like the show, hated the show, or whatnot, you can go ahead and let us know that. You can go ahead and send that information to this particular email address right here. That's nighthnetwork313 at gmail.com. Again, that is nighthnetwork313 at gmail.com. Let us know what you think about it and anything you would like for us to implement or talk about in the future. We appreciate it. Also, my friends, we must tell you, in the words of the man that we call Stan Mason, life is not a Trump rally, y'all. Y'all know what to do. When y'all go out there, it's to the pandemic. Act like it is. You ain't been vaccinated, or hell, even if you have been. Wear your mask, people. Wear your mask. Like the president said, it's a patriotic thing to do, and I'm tired of everybody getting sick and dying, okay? That part. So let's do some more, okay? So until the next time we see y'all, whenever that is, y'all stay safe. Y'all be blessed. That is my man Hugh Lee. Any last words, sir?
Man, see y'all in a couple weeks, or maybe in a week. You know, who knows?
We definitely talk about that. But yeah, man, let us do what we do. We about to be out. Where them fingers at? I need one of them and I need two of them. You know what to do with them, Hugh. Get ready, man. Wait for it. Wait for it. Throw them up. Throw them up. Wait a minute. There you go.
GameTime Audible is a Nighthawk Network presentation.